This is the copper sweat joining video. To consistently make satisfactory joints, the following sequence of joint preparation operation steps based on ASTM standard practice B828 should be followed. There are 9 steps covered: measuring and cutting, reaming, cleaning, applying flux, assembly and support, heating, applying solder, cooling and cleaning, and finally testing. The techniques described produce leak-tight solder joints between copper and copper alloy tube and fittings, either in shop operations or in the field. Skill and knowledge are required to produce a satisfactory solder joint. Step 1. Measuring and cutting. Accurately measure the length of each tube segment. Cut the tube to the measured lengths. Cutting can be accomplished in a number of different ways to produce a satisfactory squared end. The tube can be cut with a disc-type tube cutter, a hacksaw, an abrasive wheel, or with a stationary or portable bandsaw. The cut must be square to the run of the tube so that the tube will seat properly in the fitting cup. Step 2. Reaming. Ream all cut tube ends to the full inside diameter of the tube to remove the small burr created by the cutting operation. If this rough inside edge is not removed by reaming, corrosion may occur due to local turbulence and increased local flow velocity in the tube. A properly reamed piece of tube provides a smooth surface for better flow. Remove any burrs on the outside of the tube ends created by the cutting operation to ensure proper entrance of the tube into the fitting cup. Tools used to ream tube ends include the reaming blade on the tube cutter, half round or round files, a pocket knife, and a suitable deburring tool. Step 4. Applying flux. Apply a thin, even coating of flux with a brush to both tube and fitting as soon as possible after cleaning. Use a flux that will dissolve and remove traces of oxide from the clean surfaces to be joined. Protect the clean surfaces from reoxidation during heating and promote wetting of the surface by the solder metal, as recommended in the general requirements of ASTM B813. Step 5. Assembly and support. Insert the tube end into the fitting cup, making sure that the tube is seated against the base of the fitting cup. A slight twisting motion ensures even coverage by the flux. Remove excess flux from the exterior of the joint with a cotton rag. Support the tube and fitting assembly to ensure a uniform capillary space around the entire circumference of the joint. The joint is now ready for soldering. Step 6. Heating. Begin heating with the flame perpendicular to the tube. The tube conducts the initial heat into the fitting cup for even distribution of heat in the joint area. The extent of this preheating depends upon the size of the joint. Preheating of the assembly should include the entire circumference of the tube in order to bring the entire assembly up to a suitable preheat condition. Next, move the flame onto the fitting cup. Sweep the flame alternately between the fitting cup and the tube, a distance equal to the depth of the fitting cup. Touch the solder to the joint. If the solder does not melt, remove it and continue heating. When the solder melts, apply heat to the base of the cup to aid capillary action in drawing the molten solder into the cup towards the heat source. Warning: when dealing with an open flame, high temperatures, and flammable gases, safety precautions must be observed as described in ANSI ASC Z49.1. Step 9. Testing. Test all completed assemblies for joint integrity. Follow the testing procedure prescribed by applicable codes governing the intended use. This is the end of the copper sweat joining video.